prices have fallen a little this month, but the national average is still $3.04 a gallon, 14 cents more than a year ago. Many drivers are looking to save money, including buying discount gas that the big oil companies say can damage your car. Let's ask Karl Brauer about that. He is editor-in-chief of the automobile website Edmunds.com. Good morning, Karl.
Good morning, Julie.
Okay, other than the price, is there a difference if I go to a name brand gas station versus a discounter gas station?
There's going to be a very small difference in the level of detergents that are put in the fuel. But
is it going to damage my car if I go to the discounter?
The amount of difference isn't important enough to worry about, honestly. If you've got a lower priced fuel, there's no problem using that fuel as opposed to a large name brand company.
Even if I always go to that discounter?
Right. Even over extended time period, you're not going to have any problem. Even if you 100,000 miles run a car on discount gas, you're not going to have a problem.
So why is it cheaper?
I think it's because these companies, don't depend, especially like the convenience stores, they're not depending on purely fuel to make profit. Mobil has a lot of pure fuel gas stations. They've got to make the money off the gas, whereas an AM/PM or other types of convenience store places, they've got larger stores. They also just don't have as much cost. Mobil and Shell, we've seen the kind of profits they're making. We've seen what the stockholders want out of those companies and out of their gas. But I don't think a lot of the discount brands are under as much pressure to have that level of profit margin on their fuel.
Okay. What about regardless of what gas station I pull into, whether it's a name brand like Shell or a discounter, we always see three prices for three different types of gasoline, premium being the most expensive. Is there going to be a difference which grade of gasoline I'm putting into my car?
For almost every vehicle out there, no, there will not be. There are some vehicles that specify premium fuel, and technically if you want to keep your car in warranty, you should be using the premium fuel. That said, every car made in the last 15 plus years has a computer in it that can sense the quality of the fuel that's being put in the car and adjust how the engine's running to make sure it doesn't damage itself.
Okay, so who falls into that category where they definitely should be buying the premium?
I think cars that have forced induction, which is a turbocharged car or a supercharged car. These are high performance vehicles. There's a very dense air-fuel mixture that's made because of the way the engine works. You want to make sure that's not pre-detonating, and that's what premium fuel ensures versus non-premium fuel. But even on those cars, there is a computer that would keep you protected. You would just lose a lot of the performance of the engine, and over a long period of time you would risk potentially damaging the engine if you didn't use the premium.
But if you spent the money on a high-end Porsche or a high-end Mercedes, go for the premium is what you're saying?
Probably not the best place to cut corners on your fuel.
Right, exactly. But you say what does matter at the end of the day is seeing how a gas station is run. That can make a difference. Explain what you mean by that.
Well, I think there's more potential for variation in how well the fuel station itself, the individual gas station, is maintaining its fuel systems, its storage tanks, its lines. You'd have more of a chance of getting dirt into your car because you have a station that's not well maintained than you would of having damage because you're using a no-name brand versus Mobil.
So if it looks dirty, I'm not going there. Karl Brauer, thanks so much.
Nice talking to you, Julie.
Same here. Up next, Father's Day advice to keep your dad healthy all year long.
From CBS News, this is The Early Show.
Also ahead this morning, we're looking at the pros and cons of regular gas. Drivers who were told to use high-grade gas are now buying regular instead because it's cheaper. So what are the risks? We're going to talk to an expert.
Still to come on The Early Show, with gas prices more than $3 a gallon, we'll find out if the cheaper stuff at the pump is the same as all the rest. And then later, what do you do when gas prices are sky high? Well, you can try to drive less or maybe spend less by filling up with cheaper grades or cheaper brands of gasoline. Auto manufacturers and big oil companies tell you that cheap gas can hurt your car. This morning, we're going to find out if that's really true.